Yeah, hello there, what's going on YouTube, and welcome back my fellow pixelators, and welcome back to another Minecraft pixel tour build on Pain from Naruto Shippuden. And as you see in today's part, we are finally going to be moving into the colouring again, as in the previous part we did finish doing all of the outline. So without further ado, for today's areas that we are going to be doing, we're going to be doing the clothing and hair, which is a bit unusual because we're going from bottom straight to the top. Usually I start from the bottom and then make my way up all the way up to the top, but this time I'm going to do it a bit differently as the face is very awkward blocks, so I want to leave that for last. So without further ado, let's get into today's blocks that we're going to be needing. And as you can see, we're going to be using our grey concrete, our red concrete powder, our orange terracotta, our orange concrete powder, and our light grey concrete powder. Now I'll put a list on the screen for those 5 blocks just in case you want to pause the video and grab them all, because it will make it easier. With that being said though, once we have grabbed all 5 of these blocks, we're going to fly over to our first area with our grey concrete. So we're going to fly all the way to where we very first started with the build, so all the way to the left hand side over to here. Now the clothing is actually going to be really easy. So as you can see in this small bottom gap right here, literally all grey concrete is going to go inside here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill the bottom line, and that's just going to be all. Now if you want to pause the video and fill all of that in with grey concrete, you can do that, or you can wait till the end of the video where I show everything filled in, and then you can pause the video at points in time once you get to the end and then fill it in. But first I'm just going to mark everything and then I'll fill it in at the end. Again, for those that already do my builds, you already know how it works. With that being said though, moving on to our next area, we're just going to zoom out and get the whole thing in frame so you can see it. And inside this section right here, so underneath this line right here, down to this line, is once again all going to be grey concrete inside here. So once again, just going to go over here, and I'm just going to mark the bottom line out, just to show where grey concrete is going. Now I do recommend filling in just the bottom line if you're going to fill everything out at the end as well, because it sets you as a reminder to know where everything is going to be filled in. And there you go. So again, grey concrete all inside here. Then moving on to this section right here. So as you can see, this section going down right here, this is all going to be red concrete powder. So we're just going to fill in the bottom section. And there you go. Just going to zoom out, and there you go. So as you can see, red concrete powder is going on the side here. And then moving over to the right, this big section from this line right here, going all the way over to here, is literally going to be all grey concrete as well, which is a lot of grey concrete. And again, we will just do the bottom line, which is going to be quite long, but here we go. Still going, it's definitely quite a long line. Oh, and there we go. We've hit the black concrete. So again, as you can see, grey concrete is going all inside this section right here, all the way to over there. Now once you have gone over all the way to the right hand side, once again the same as the left hand side, we've got a small gap right here, and all grey concrete is going inside here as well. We're just going to mark this out, and there you go. Once you mark this out, we're then going to zoom out, and we're going to go all the way back kind of to the middle of the build so we can see everything, or just at least the clothing that is anyway. And now we're going to do the top part of the clothing, or not really the top part, more the inside part. And we'll be flying to the left hand side, and as you can see, this section over here, inside here, red concrete powder is going to go all inside here, and it's also going to go inside this small gap right here, as you can see, where the hair kind of covers over some of the inside clothing area. So red concrete powder is going all inside that small gap and inside there. Now we're not going to mark all the way on the bottom, as we would have to go all the way up there, which is going to take a while. So we're just going to mark a bit at the bottom down here. So just mark a bit down the bottom here, and also make sure you get some in this gap right here. And there you go. Now I'm just going to mark a bit more at the bottom here so you can see it. Now do a last line here, and there you go. So again, as you can see right there, red concrete powder is going all up to there, and all up and the rest of up here, and it's also going in that small gap there. Once you have done this though, we are then going to move over to the right hand side, so flying all the way over to here, And once again, same as the other side, red concrete powder is going to go all up in this section right here, and again going up to these points up here as well. And I'm just going to do the same as last time. I'm not going to mark all the way going up as that take a while. We're just going to do a bit at the bottom. And there you go, that should be enough for this side. So you kind of get the point, right? So red concrete powder is going all up in there. And now for our final area that we'll be doing, that's basically going to be really easy. Actually, there's a couple more, but we're going to take out our light grey concrete powder. And as you can see, flying all the way over to the left-hand side, this is part of the neck going down right here in this gap. And light grey concrete powder is going to go all inside here. So we're just going to mark a bit at the bottom. And there we go. So again, as you can see right there, light grey concrete powder is going all inside that gap. And then flying over all the way to the right hand side, you probably already can tell, but light grey concrete powder is going to go all inside this gap right here. So again, we're just going to mark the bottom line. And there we go. Now then, once we have done all of this, we're now going to move on to the hair. So first of all, we're going to do the first two easiest area for the hair, when we're going to be still at the bottom of the build, flying over to the left hand side, inside the inside part of the clothing and underneath the ear, we got some hair right here, and orange terracotta is going to go all inside this gap in here. Obviously not that gap right there, just all inside here, up to there and down here. So we're just going to fill a bit at the bottom down here. Again, you can pause the video at any point if you want to fill it all in, or if you want to wait till the end and mark everything out, and then fill it all in at the end just like mine. And if you want to pause the video so you get a reference, you can again wait till the end of the video, or even skip to the end of the video, and then come back to marking out the next areas if you want to do that. But we're just filling a bit in all the hair pieces. And there you go. So again, as you can see right there, orange terracotta is going to go all up inside there. And again, flying over to the right hand side, once again, same as usual, orange terracotta is going to go all inside this hair as well underneath here. So we're just going to mark a bit in here. And there we go. So again, all orange terracotta inside here as well. Once we've done this, we are then going to zoom out again, and so we're going to be flying to our next area. And for our next area, we're going to be doing some going down from the face. So as you can see on the left hand side over here, we have a hair strip right here, and now we've got a bit of shading to do in this area. So for our area that we're going to go off inside this hair strip right here, we're going to fly all the way in first just so we get a bit of a closer look. And as you can see, we're going to be going off the left side of the hair strip. So this line right here. And we want to be going off this 4 right here. So as you can see, we've got this 4 below this 3 that's going up. And we're going to that 4. So not the 4 that's underneath, the very top 4 right here. So flying all the way over to this 4 right here. And once you've flown over to this 4 black concrete going up, we want to fly to the third one going up from the bottom. So 1, 2 and 3. As you can see, this is the third one right here, and we're just going to place one orange terracotta going to the right from here, and there you go. Once you place this one to the right, I'm just going to zoom out quickly just so you can see the area that we are going off, just for those that are confused. As you can see, that is the area that we're going off right there. If you have marked that area, then nice job. We're now going to fly all the way back to that orange terracotta. And once you are back at this orange terracotta, we're then going to do 3 bottom right diagonals from here. So 1, 2, and 3. And there you go. Once you've done this third bottom right diagonal right here, we're then going to take out our orange concrete powder. And once you've taken out your orange concrete powder, we're then going to mark that on top of the orange terracotta. So we're just going to mark it on top just like so. And there you go. As you can see, orange concrete powder is going to go all up inside this section up here, and orange terracotta is going to go all underneath down here. And once you've done this, we're going to fly all the way over to the right, And once again, as you can probably already tell, there is another hair strip right here as well. And once again, we've got a bit of shading to do inside here. And for our area that we're going to start off over here, we're going to start off the very right line, so this line going all the way down here. And for our area that we're going to go off, as you can see, we're going to be flying to one of these 3 5s right here. So as you can see, we've got 1 5, 2 5, and then 3 5 all in a row. And we're going to be flying to the third 5 that's all the way at the bottom. So this 5 that's going up right here, all the way at the bottom, we're going to be flying to this one right here. And once you have flown over to this 5 right here, we're going to take our orange terracotta, and we're going to be going off the third one going up from the bottom, which is the middle one of the 5. So again, start from the bottom, we're going to go up by 3. So 1, 2, and 3. As you can see, this is the middle one and the third one. And we're going to place 1 orange terracotta going to the left from here. And there you go. Once again, I'm just going to zoom out just for those that are confused. This is the area that we're going off right here. So again, we're going off the very bottom 5 of the 3 in a row right here. And once you have marked out that orange terracotta from the third of the 5, which is in the middle, then nice job, and we're going to fly all the way back over to here. Or once you have flown over back to this orange terracotta, we're going to place 1 orange terracotta going underneath from here. And there you go. Once you place this 1 underneath, we're going to do a bottom left diagonal from here. And there you go. Once you've done this bottom left diagonal, place 2 orange terracotta going underneath from here. So 1 and 2, just like so. Once you have placed 2 underneath, we're going to do 2 bottom left diagonals. So 1, oh, there we go, and 2. I was struggling to get that first one there, but we have now got it. And as you can see, we should be looking like that right there. Once we have done this, we are going to take our orange concrete powder, and the same as the other side, we're going to mark orange concrete powder on top of the orange terracotta. And there you go. As you can see right there, orange concrete powder is going to go all up in there, and orange terracotta is going to go all going underneath down to here. Once we have done this, we are then going to zoom out, and before we actually move on to the actual hair, we just got 2 more little areas to do in the face, and we've got the eyebrows to do. So we've got this 1 point right here, and we also got this 1 point right here, and both of those points are just going to be filled in with our orange terracotta. So I'm just going to mark a bit at the bottom. And there you go. Once we've done this, flying over to the right side now, and again a bit at the bottom over here as well. And there we go. So again, all orange terracotta is going to go all inside there. Again, you do have the option of pausing the video if you want to, and filling it all in now, or you can just wait to the end, like me. Now, with that being said, we are now finally going to be moving on to the actual hair itself, which is going to be quite long to do, but without further ado, let's get started with the hair. So, for our first area that we're going to start with the hair, once again, we're going to start from the left and then go over to the right, and we're going to be flying all the way to the very left of the build. So, to these 3 right diagonals right here at the very top, we're going to be flying all the way to the third upright diagonal right here. So again, as you can see, these 3 upright diagonals, we're going to be flying to the third one going up, so the very top. And once you have flown to this third upright diagonal up here, with our orange terracotta, we're going to place 1 going to the right from the third one. And there you go. Once you place this 1 orange terracotta to the right here, we're then going to place 1 going underneath. And there you go. And then once you place this 1 underneath, we're then going to do 2 bottom right diagonals from here. So 1 and 2. And then once you've done the second bottom right diagonal, we're just going to go all the way over to the right with our orange terracotta until we hit the black concrete. So go all the way over to the right. And there you go. Once you've hit this black concrete right here, we're then going to do 1 upright diagonal from here with our orange terracotta. And then there you go. We're done with this small part right here. So as you can see, orange terracotta is going to go underneath in that 2 gap, and it's also going to go to the left in this small gap right here. So then, because orange terracotta is going to go on the side here, we're then going to take our orange concrete powder, and we're going to mark our orange concrete powder on top of our orange terracotta, just to make sure we mark it all out. Also, if you can't tell already as well, orange concrete powder is the very top part of the build, so it will go all the way along to the right, but as you know, we are working with orange concrete powder, and if you place it up where there's no block underneath, it just falls down to the ground like sand. So technically, it's kind of more like sand, but there you go. With that being said, that is marked out right there. So we're now going to move on to our next area. And for our next area, we're moving into the strip underneath. So into this hair strip that's sticking out right here. And for our area that we're going to go off here, and we're going to fly all the way over to the top, but we're not going to go for the very top three. We're going to go off the second three from the top, which is this one right here. So we're going to fly all the way over to this second three from the top. And for our area that we're going to go off in this three right here, we're going to go off the middle of the three. So 2 from the bottom, so 1 and 2. As you can see, this is the middle point. And taking our orange terracotta, we're going to place 1 going to the left from here. And there we go. Once again, I'm just going to zoom out just so everyone can see the area that we're going off right there. That is the area that we're going to go off right there. So once you have marked out that 1 orange terracotta going to the left, we're going to fly all the way back into this point. Once you have flown back to this 1 orange terracotta right here, we're then going to do 12 bottom left diagonals from here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And there you go. Once you've done this 12 bottom left diagonal right here, we're then going to place 1 orange terracotta going underneath from here. And there you go. Once you place this 1 underneath right here, we're then going to do 7 bottom left diagonals from here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. As you can see, that 7th bottom left diagonal should connect on top to the right of this second 2 going up right here. And if it does, that means we've done this correctly going down here. Once we've done this, we are then going to zoom out. And we're going to take our orange concrete powder. And we're going to mark our orange concrete powder on top of the orange terracotta. So just going to mark this on top. Now we always want to make sure we always cover our orange terracotta. And the reason for that being is we want to make sure that we don't make any mistakes by accidentally placing our orange terracotta in areas where it's not meant to be. For example, if we didn't have this orange concrete powder here, and you were placing the orange terracotta to the left, a lot of times you're going to space out, because that's a lot of blocks to place, like especially for the grey concrete. Luckily there's nothing else in that area though, and you might accidentally spill over into this area if we didn't have it marked out. For example, if you were going to the left like this, you might have accidentally spilled over into this area where you're not meant to go. So that's why I always mark out the other colour, and also it makes it easier to tell what colour does go there. I'll just break this for the time being, so it just makes it a bit look less confusing. But again, orange terracotta is going all inside here, orange concrete powder all in the rest up here. With that being said, moving on to our next hair strip, into this hair strip right here, as you can see. And for our area for this hair strip, we're going to go off right here. We're going to be flying all the way to the top part of the line, going up here again. And this time we're going to be flying to the very top 2 right here. So as you can see, this 2 right here, we're going to be flying to the very top. And for our area that we're going to go off this 2, we're going to go off the bottom of the 2, so to this point right here, as you can see. And with our orange terracotta, we're going to place 1 going to the left from here. Once again, I'm just going to zoom out, just for those that don't understand the area. That is the area that we're going off right there. Flying all the way back to that 1 orange terracotta we placed to the left. We're then going to do a bottom left diagonal from here. And there we go. Once you've done this bottom left diagonal, we're going to place 1 going underneath. And there you go. Once you place this 1 orange terracotta underneath, we're then going to repeat this 2 here 2 more times, going in a bottom left diagonal direction. So do a bottom left diagonal, place 1 orange terracotta underneath, and that's 1, no bottom left diagonal, no 1 underneath, and that's 2. And there you go. As you can see, we should have 3 of those 2s in total, going in a bottom left diagonal direction. So 1, 2, and 3. And there you go. If you got 3 of them, fly back towards the end 1. Once you're flown back towards the end 1 right here, we're going to do 3 bottom left diagonals. So 1, 2, and 3, just like so. And for this 3rd bottom left diagonal, we're going to place 1 orange terracotta going underneath. And there you go. Once you place this 1 underneath right here, we're then going to do another bottom left diagonal from here. And from this bottom left diagonal, we're going to place 1 underneath, just like so. Once you place this 1 underneath, do another bottom left diagonal from here. This time we're going to place 2 underneath, so 1 and 2. Once you place this 2 underneath, do another bottom left diagonal, and this time place 1 underneath, just like so. And once you place this 1 underneath, do another bottom left diagonal, and place another 1 underneath, and there you go. Once you place this 1 underneath right here, do another bottom left diagonal from here, and this time we're going to place 2 going underneath, so 1 and 2, just like so. And once you place this 2 underneath, we're then going to do 2 bottom left diagonals from here, so 1 and 2, and there you go. Once you have done 2 bottom left diagonals, we're then going to place 1 underneath the second bottom left diagonal, just like so. Once you place this 1 underneath right here, do another bottom left diagonal from here, and there you go. Once you've done this bottom left diagonal, place 1 orange terracotta going underneath, and there you go. Once you place this 1 orange terracotta underneath, we're then going to do 2 bottom left diagonals from here, so 1 and 2, and there you go. Once you've done the second bottom left diagonal, place 1 orange terracotta going underneath here, and then once you place this 1 underneath, we're then going to do 1 more bottom left diagonal from here, and there you go. As you can see, that bottom left diagonal did right there should connect on top of this 2 right here, literally pretty much all the way at the bottom, so the very first 2 that is going up horizontally. And if you have connected to here, that means you've done everything correctly going down here, right. So once you've done this, we're going to take our orange concrete powder, same as usual, we're going to mark our orange concrete powder on top of the orange terracotta. And there we go. So once again, orange concrete powder is going to go all on the outside up into the rest, and orange terracotta is going to go all underneath down in this section right here. Once we have done this, we are then going to move into our next section, which is this strip right here. But to make things a bit easier, what we're going to do is we're going to fly all the way actually to the right to this line again. But this time we're not going to go right off this line, we're actually going to go into this area right here. So the top of the headband strip right here. And we're actually going to be going off one of these points. And as you can see, this big line going along to the right. So not the very big line, just the smaller one, well, the second biggest right here. And we just want to be flying all the way to the left of this line. So to that point right there. So flying all the way over to here. And once you have flown over to here with our orange terracotta, we want to place 4 going all the way to the left from here. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And there you go. As you can see, we should be looking like that right there. I'm just going to zoom out. So again, that is the area we're going off right there. Going from the left of this second biggest line right here. And once we have done this, we're going to fly all the way back towards the end of that 4. And once you've flown all the way back towards the end of here, we're then going to do an up left diagonal from here. And there you go. Once you've done this up left diagonal, do an up right diagonal from here. Once you've done this up right diagonal, place 1 on top. Just like so, then do another up right diagonal. This time we're going to place 2 on top, so 1 and 2. Once you place this 2 on top, do another up right diagonal, and this time place 2 going up from here, so 1 and 2, just like so. Once you place this 2 on top, do another up right diagonal, and this time we're going to place 2 going up from here again, so 1 and 2. Once you place this second one on top right here, we're then going to place 1 going to the left. Once you place this 1 to the left, fly back into the right by 1, so back to this right corner, and we're then going to place 1 orange terracotta on top of here, and there you go. Once you place this 1 on top, we're then going to zoom out and fly all the way back to the one that we just placed to the left, so back to this point right here, as you can see. Once you have flown back to this orange terracotta we placed to the left, we are then going to do 12 bottom left diagonals from here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And there you go. Once you've done 12 bottom left diagonals going from that one sticking out to the left, we're then going to place one orange terracotta going underneath the 12th one. And there you go. Once you place this one underneath right here, we're then going to do 5 bottom left diagonals from here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, just like so. And once you place 5 underneath, we're then going to place one terracotta going underneath the 5th one. And there you go. Once you place one orange terracotta going underneath right here, we're then going to do 2 bottom left diagonals. So 1 and 2. And there you go. And then once you've done the second bottom left diagonal right here, we're then going to place one orange terracotta going underneath from here. And there you go. Once you place this one underneath, we're then going to do 4 bottom left diagonals from here. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And from this 4th bottom left diagonal, place one orange terracotta going underneath from here. And there you go. Once you place this one underneath right here, we're then going to do 6 bottom left diagonals from here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And there you go. As you can see, your 6th bottom left diagonal should connect to the black concrete line going up here or down here, whatever you want to say, right to this point right here. And if it does, that means we've done everything correctly so far right here. Once again, taking our orange concrete powder. Orange concrete powder is just going to go all on top of our orange terracotta. And there we go. And it's also going to go to the right of this side right here as well, as you can already probably tell. So again, just mark it on top of here and to the right. And there you go. So as you can see right there, orange terracotta is going to go all to the left inside this section going into there. Then it's also going to go all the way to the right and down here, all inside here. So as you can see, it's nicely marked out for us. Once we are done this though, we are done with the left hand side. So we're going to start on the right hand side now. And to make things as easy as possible on the right hand side, we're going to start with the same section that we did just do right now. So just similar to this, we're going to fly all the way over to the right, over to here. And once again, we should be at this point right here, as you can see where I am at right now. And we want to be flying to the right of the second biggest line right here. So again, as you can see, that is the second biggest line. So we're going to fly all the way to the right of it, to this point right here. Taking our orange terracotta, flying all the way in. And we want to place 2 going to the right from here. So 1 and 2. Once again, I'm just going to zoom out just for anyone that is confused. As you can see, that is the area that we're going off right there. Once you have placed your 2 orange terracotta going to the right, just going to fly all the way back in. We are then going to do a right diagonal from here. And there you go. Once you're in the top right diagonal, we're then going to place 2 orange terracotta on top. So 1 and 2, just like so. Once you place this 2 on top, do an up left diagonal from here. And there you go. Once you've done this up left diagonal right here, we're then going to place 2 orange terracotta going up from here. So 1 and 2, just like so. Then we're going to do another up left diagonal. And there we go. Once you've done this up left diagonal, we're then going to place 4 orange terracotta going up. So 1, 2, 3 and 4, just like so. Once you place 4 on top, we're then going to place 1 to the right. And then we're going to fly back into the left by 1. So back to this up left corner. And so we're then going to place 1 orange terracotta on top. And there you go. Once you place this one on top right here, we're then going to zoom out, fly back to the 1 orange terracotta that we just placed going to the right. So again, back to this point right here. And once you've flown back to this point right here, we're then going to do 11 bottom right diagonals from here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, 10, and 11. And there you go. Once you've done this 11th bottom right diagonal right here, we're then going to place one orange terracotta to the right. And there you go. Once you place this one to the right, we're then going to do 18 bottom right diagonals from here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. And there you go. As you can see, that 18th bottom right diagonal should connect to the black concrete line, going up and down just like here, just like so. Once we have done this, once again taking our orange concrete powder is just going to go on top of the orange terracotta and also to the left of it over here. So we're just going to mark this out nice and quick. And there we go. There's all the orange concrete powder marked out right there. Once we have done this, we are going to fly all the way over to the right, moving into the next section, so into this hair strip right here. And for the area that we're going to go off here, we're going to fly all the way over to the left, and again to this line that's going up right here. We're going to be flying all the way to the very top part, to this 3 right here. And once you have flown to this 3 right here, for the area that we're going to go off the 3, we're going to go off the middle of the 3, so 2 from the bottom, so 1 and 2. Once you've flown to the middle point right here, we're going to place one orange terracotta going to the right. And there you go. Once again, I'm just going to zoom out, just for those that are confused. That is the area we're going off right there. Once you've marked out that area, I'm going to fly all the way back to the one orange terracotta. And once you have marked this out, and you're back at your orange terracotta, we're going to do one bottom right diagonal from here. And there we go. And there you go. Once you've done this bottom right diagonal right here, we're then going to place one orange terracotta going underneath from here. And there you go. Once you place this one underneath, we're then going to do 2 bottom right diagonals. So 1 and 2. And there you go. Once you've done the second bottom right diagonal, place one orange terracotta going underneath right here. And there you go. Once you place this one underneath right here, we're then going to do 2 bottom right diagonals. So 1 and 2. And there you go. Once you've done this second bottom right diagonal, place one orange terracotta going underneath just like so. And once you place this one underneath, we're actually going to repeat this 2 here 4 more times going in a bottom right diagonal direction. So do a bottom right diagonal, place 1 going underneath, that's 1. Another bottom right diagonal, another 1 underneath, that's 2. Another bottom right diagonal, another 1 underneath, that's 3. Another bottom right diagonal, another 1 underneath, and that's 4. And there you go. As you can see, that should be 5 of those 2s going in a bottom right diagonal direction in total right there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. If you got 5 of them, fly back towards the end 1. Once you've flown back towards the end 1, we're then going to do 2 bottom right diagonals from here. So 1 and 2. And from the second bottom right diagonal, we're then going to place one orange terracotta going underneath from here. And there we go. Once you place this one underneath right here, we're then going to do another bottom right diagonal. Once you've done this bottom right diagonal right here, we're then going to place another one orange terracotta going underneath, just like so. And once you place this one underneath, we're then going to do 2 bottom right diagonals from here. So 1 and 2. And there you go. Once you've done the second bottom right diagonal right here, we're then going to place one orange terracotta going underneath from here, just like so. And once you place this one underneath, we're then going to do another bottom right diagonal. From this bottom right diagonal, place one orange terracotta going underneath. And then once you place this one underneath right here, do another bottom right diagonal from here. And there you go. As you can see, we're done with that area right there. And that one bottom right diagonal should connect to the right, to the very bottom of this 4 right here. And if it does, that means we've done everything correctly right here. Once we've done this, we're then going to take our orange concrete powder, and we're going to mark orange concrete powder on top of the orange terracotta right here. And there we go. Once again, orange concrete powder is going to go all up on the outside, orange terracotta is going to go underneath. And now moving on to our very last section, moving over to the right and to this hair strip right here, taking our orange terracotta. Once again, we're going to be flying to this line that's branching up here on the left, and we're going to be flying to the very top part, so to this 3 right here. And once you've flown over to this 3, for the area that we're going to go off from this 3, we're going to go off from the very bottom of the 3, so to this point right here. And once you've flown to here, we're going to place 2 orange terracotta going to the right from here. So 1 and 2. And there you go. Once you place this 2 going to the right from the bottom of this 3, we're then going to do a bottom right diagonal from here. From this bottom right diagonal, place 1 going to the right. And there we go. Once you place that 1 to the right, do another bottom right diagonal. Then place another 1 going to the right, just like so. Once you place this 1 to the right, do 2 bottom right diagonals from here. So 1 and 2. And the second bottom right diagonal, place 1 to the right, just like so. And then we're going to do another bottom right diagonal from here. And there we go. Once you've done this bottom right diagonal right here, we're then going to place 1 going to the right, just like so. And then once you place this 1 to the right, we're then going to do another bottom right diagonal from here. And there we go. Once you've done this bottom right diagonal, we're then going to place 2 going to the right from here. So 1 and 2. Once you place this 2 to the right, we're then going to do 4 bottom right diagonals from here. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And there you go. Once you've done this 4th bottom right diagonal, we're then going to place 1 going to the right from here, just like so. And then once you place this 1 going to the right here, we're then going to do 2 bottom right diagonals from here. So 1 and 2. And there you go. We are now done with marking everything out. So all we got to do is just take our orange concrete powder once again, same as usual. Orange concrete powder on top of the orange terracotta. And almost done, and there we go. So once again, orange terracotta is going underneath in here, orange concrete powder is going all up in here, and that's everything marked out for today. Also, once again, as I said earlier, orange concrete powder is going to go all the way to the right from the top, but as I said, as you already know, it doesn't go all the way up because it would just fall down like so right there. So you're going to have to gradually mark it all up, but just make sure you don't spill over and go too high. Now with that being said, I am now going to fill everything in to show you what it should look like filled in. So if you want to pause the video at any point to basically see that, then you can do that. So without further ado, we're going to zoom out and fly all the way over to the bottom, which we definitely got a lot to fill in because this grey concrete, oh, that's definitely going to be a lot to fill in. And the hair as well. Though the hair is not too thick or big, it's quite long, but that's, yeah, that's definitely long and thick. So with that being said, flying all the way to the bottom left corner, I am going to give you 2 options. So just going to fly over to here. And here we go. So the 2 options I'm going to give you. So your first option is, if you basically want to see everything for yourself, what you can do is you can pause the video right now and fill everything in for yourself so you see the end result for yourself. Or if you want basically a reference that makes sure you don't go wrong and you want to see mine and then copy from that, then you can pause the video right now. And there you go. As you can see, we have filled in all the grey concrete right here. So again, you can pause the video at any point in time while I'm just flying about and showing you the areas to fill in those areas if you haven't filled those areas in. If you already have done those areas, then well, you are pretty much done with this video. So with that being said, let's just zoom out to all the other areas for those that are looking for the areas. So there you go. As you can see, we've filled in all the grey concrete right there. Again, just pause the video at any point in time when needed. As you can see, we also have filled in all the red concrete powder in the inside part of the clothing. All the orange terracotta has been filled in there. The red concrete powder has been filled in underneath the hair part right there as well. The light grey concrete powder to the right inside that neck area. All the red concrete powder has been filled down here as well. Also all the grey concrete going along over here, as you can see in this big area. And we've also done the light grey concrete powder here to the left. All the orange terracotta has been filled in inside here. All the red concrete powder all up in here. And again, that small little piece in the bottom right corner with all the grey concrete filled in there. And now we're just going to zoom up. As you can see, the hair strips coming down from the side of the face. All the orange terracotta has been filled underneath, and all the orange concrete powder above. In the eyebrows, all orange terracotta has been filled in. And flying up to the hair, as you can see in all of those parts in the hair, all the orange terracotta has been filled to the left and to the right, going down into those hair strips, and all orange concrete powder is above to the very top limit of the build. With that being said, that is everything filled in, so without further ado, we are now going to zoom out and see everything in frame, which is definitely going to look quite odd, because again, we usually start from bottom all the way to the top. This time we've gone bottom, a bit of the middle, and then all the way to the top, which in the next part we shall be doing the headband, and may or may not get a bit of the eyes done, and then we'll do the whole face separate, but we'll see what we'll be doing next. Definitely the headband will be next. There may be an extra part or not, and if not, then mostly everything will be done in the face, or that might be 2 parts as well. It depends, because the face is definitely an awkward area. With that being said, though, that is everything so far today. If you have enjoyed this build, once again, make sure to go and hit that like button if you're enjoying the build so far. Also, if you're new to the channel, or if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to go and do that, because it's much appreciated, helps out a lot, and gets us closer to 1,000 sub goal. With that being said, I will see you in the next one. So without further ado, peace out, enjoy the rest of your day, and goodbye.